All right, family, let's go ahead and get right into it. Peace, love, light, eternity. Let me go ahead and start this live stream. All right, so let's get it. Let's get it, family. Peace, love, light, eternity. We're streaming here on StreamYard, where we're actually streaming on multiple platforms. We're on Twitch, we're on the YouTube, we're on Instagram. And without further ado, we're gonna hop right into it. First and foremost, I appreciate everybody tuning in. I want to just send you guys, some gratitude and some love, and with so much going on in the world, we can forget about the things that are important, but it's the small things, it's the little things that are truly important in our life. So always remember to just express gratitude. Those that are in your life that you're grateful for, that are constantly supporting you. Just make sure to always show gratitude. It's the little things always, family. So, we're about to be headed over to Philly tonight. I'm going to be catching a flight. So tonight's live is going to be pretty quick. We're going to be in and out. But I want to show you guys, I know a lot of people right now have had collections, have had charge-offs, whether that be student loans, whether that be credit cards closing on them. There's been a lot of accounts that I've noticed specifically, just with a lot of people that have been reaching out to me that have been looking to get collections removed. So I want to be able to show you guys how to do for self, as always, with all of my teachings. So we're going to hop right into it. Like I said, we're pretty strict on time tonight, about to go to the airport and, go across the country. So let's get right into it, family. If you guys got any questions, please feel free to share that question down below, as that question can not only help you, but help others as well, too, that are coming and streaming throughout here. I'll have it pop up here on the screen, so you guys will be able to see, any question that you guys have here on this live stream as well, too. So let's definitely get the chat box and the chat interaction going up a lot more. Shout out to everybody tuning in. It's great to be back here, on all platforms with you guys. So let's hop right into it, man. Without further ado, so I'm going to take you guys back, as I did earlier, to the FDCPA. So coming here to the FDCPA, I got an understanding now, like we talked about earlier, that there's abundant evidence of the use of abusive, deceptive, and unfair debt collection practices by many debt collectors. So we're well aware of the debt collection practices that are taking place, right? Let's check out the comments. Shout out to Lady Leah. Peace, love, and light. Peace, love, and light back to you. We got Shamika. Make sure to drop what city are y'all tuning in from? What city are y'all tuning in from? Make sure to text us at 305-575-2843 as well, too, so we can help you guys, get access to our tour that we got going on this September and October. We are going to be touring the whole country. We're going to be from the East Coast to the West Coast to the Midwest, to the Northwest to, the North. We're going to be all throughout the Northeast, Philly area. We're going to be, I think we got the Boston area. We're going to be in a couple of different cities. So make sure to continue to drop and text us your cities. We got Shamika. Shamika, if you could text us Houston, Texas, that'd be perfect. Reach out to us where we can actually be able to send you over this information. Make sure you guys are in our group chats, our Facebook groups. We got tickets and everything about to drop here within the next week. So definitely stay tuned. So coming here within 1692, we're well aware of the, abundant evidence of the use of abusive, unfair, and deceptive debt collection practices. So I'm going to show you guys how to draft up a letter within 5 seconds, for abusive, deceptive, or unfair debt collection practices. All right, so we're going to come here, and for each one of those abusive, deceptive, and unfair debt collection practices, there's a whole, U.S. code, governing each one of those: harassment or abuse, right? False or misleading representation, that would be deceptive. We got unfair practices, right? That goes with, the abundant evidence of the unfair practices that they've found, right? This is what Congress found. Also going through earlier, we talked about the communication and connection with debt collection. Where we're filing this letter that I'm going to show you guys how to create and generate is going to be through the CFPB. You guys can get everything you guys are seeking through the CFPB, right? You guys don't got to go to the post office. You don't have to send out any personal mail. You guys can literally get everything done all online, via these complaints of the regulators of these companies. So it's not just the CFPB. The CFPB is not the end all be all. As a matter of fact, there's actually a lot of companies that the CFPB isn't even applicable to, and they'll send you directly to maybe the OCC, right? Maybe it's a bigger bank or a more central bank, and the OCC is governing them rather than the CFPB, right? So we would file a consumer complaint through the OCC, right? So, these are things that we are able to do as consumers. It's filing complaints through, all of these, government agencies that are set up to protect us consumers. Because at the end of the day, they're in violation of federal law, and as they are in such, we can go to the Attorney General. All right, we can go to the Better Business Bureau. We can go to Arizona Attorney General and file a complaint with Chris Mays or whatever state that you guys are in. We can go to the OCC. Now, I talked about this earlier on the live, so I'm going to show you guys and draft up another letter for you guys. Earlier we drafted up a letter. Later on tomorrow, we will talk about the setup, the trust, and I'm going to break down. I had ChatGPT break down all of my trust documents in layman terms to where anybody can understand what these trust documents that we have in place for our 508c1a. And I'm going to break down what ChatGPT said when it comes to this 508c1a. And I'd highly advise all of you guys look into it. It's a faith-based organization. I just set up 2 new EINs through the IRS out in Philly. If you guys didn't know, the Philly has a foreign EIN number that you guys can get access to. And churches, are faith-based organizations. Churches are 508c1as. And as a 508c1a, you are able to receive donations as a nonprofit, but also there's no way that you can get taxed being a church. So you guys could actually place your assets within this 508c1a as well too. And this can, be the administrator, and this can regulate, all of your guys' assets and property and jewelry and, all of your guys' things of value you guys can put in a trust. A trust is a person, right? So coming here, I told ChatGPT to create me, and I'm going to break all that down tomorrow. So we'll go a lot more in depth with that 508c1a tomorrow, because that's really what has upped the price of the mentorship, because now I'm offering the 508c1a strictly to the public, which that document alone is $2,500. And then, for the mentorship, which also comes with that, plus, a lot more things, you guys could all check out our website to get, more insight on the mentorship. But we are upping the price to that, at midnight. So, by the time I get back to, land in Philly, the value of the mentorship is going to have gone up. So we got some people in Houston, Texas. Shout out to my people in Houston, Texas, Shamika. Shout out to my guy Vio out in South Florida. All right, so we got a good amount of people, all around. My guy Vio, South Florida. All around the country, man. All around the country. And so let's go ahead and generate this letter, man. So let's see what ChatGPT generates a letter. As I told it and inputted, create me a notice of dispute. So this is what I'm putting in the ChatGPT. I'm putting this in the ChatGPT, and it's generating me a letter. And with this letter, I'm using this through the CFPB, or I could just send out a physical letter to this company as well too. So whatever company, whatever collection company you guys are filing this complaint against, this is what you guys would go through and state to them. I stated, create me a notice of dispute letter disputing the validity and accuracy of the reporting of the collection account being reported. I also demand a cease and desist, as in pursuant to 15 U.S.C. 1692 CC, and make it clear that a consumer report is a medium of communication. Because if we break down the term communication, it states that, let's go through and break it down. It's right here. The conveying of information, right, gathering information regarding a debt directly or indirectly to any person through any medium. So this is the key part right here. I want you guys all to, pay close attention to any medium. So any medium can be that consumer report as well too, being a form and method of verification and communication, that they're, not verification, but a method of communication that they're using to communicate with us. Being a debt collector, there are certain guidelines that they must abide by when they are in, communication with us consumers. So coming here, put exercising 1692 CC, is going to allow us to put these corporations on notice of their wrongdoing. And a lot of attorneys for a lot of these celebrities or athletes will right away cease and desist, right? Drake's talked about it a lot in many of his songs, right? Cease and desist. And cease and desist is just stopping all illegal activity. So stopping the illegal communication with these debt collectors under the FDCPA. So 15 USC 1692 CC is what we'll use to cease and desist it. And I went through and, stated such. And then I stated I demand the deletion from my consumer report, and also show them how much it will cost in an itemized form if I choose to go through arbitration for their harassment and for their abuse. So if they do have, I'm going to take you guys here, since we're on the live. So if they do have an arbitration agreement, you guys can find it all here on ADR.org. ADR.org is going to be your best friend. Wait 5 minutes. I'm about to be done. Oh, bet. So come here to the consumer portal in the ADR.org website. Go ahead and go to view an arbitration clause. We'll go ahead and click on view it. We'll come here, put in any personal information. You guys can literally fill in anything as long as these are filled in. So the button click pop up. All right, boom. Here goes this button I'm referring to. Then we'll select next. All right, we've done this many times. It's like clockwork now. So let's see, we were looking for Wells Fargo because, me personally, I'm going through and I'm disputing with Wells Fargo. Yes, me being in the credit space, I still have accounts that I got to deal with on a day-to-day basis at times. And there's been this Wells Fargo account with this credit card account, that I actually recently closed. I just stopped making payments on it and let it close. But I let it close, and owed like $1,000 on it. And I've been disputing with them for about 2 months, right? So they've been very stubborn, so really the next steps that I'm looking to take with them, I'm going to give them one more chance to settle. If they're not willing to settle and comply, I'm simply going to be taking them through arbitration. So yes, myself is taking corporations to arbitration. So these are things that not only, have they worked within our clientele and, our customers, but also, real life experience as well too. So I'm excited to go through it if need be with Wells Fargo. But yeah, y'all can find all of their clauses, all of the arbitration agreements, all right here. What we're looking for when it comes to the arbitration agreement is, in the arbitration agreement, it states if there's any claims, any disagreements, right, then those all should be settled and handled through arbitration. Now, once we break down the fees and the fines that come with arbitration, it's going to cost them tens of thousands of dollars just to go through arbitration to remove a late payment, to remove this collection account, right? Maybe they're only looking to collect $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 when they'd be paying tens of thousands of dollars going through arbitration. So they're going to look to, this person understands their rights. This is just one person. We'll, give them hush money. We'll give them a settlement money, and this, one, person out of the millions of people that we're going out and abusing, harassing, and deceiving, will get away with this, but, the millions of others will continue to take advantage of it. And that's exactly what is taking place. And so, it's all about just knowing who you are, throughout the transaction and standing on it. So, and knowing that you have all these places to go through to file different complaints. Use the agreement, right? That's why we're using the agreement. We're pulling the arbitration clause, right? That's how you pull the arbitration clause. I haven't showed you guys this here on the YouTube channel, on the public channel. Now in the mob we have, but not on the public channel because we haven't been streaming for some time because my OBS system had been down, but we got a new system. So Let's see. We got tens of thousands. How you fig? I'm not sure what you're referring to. We got Houston in here, multi-millionaire legend. Houston, Lady Leah. We got New York City. I think I got you. No, I don't got you now. Yeah, Lady Leah, reach out to me, yo, because we're about to be on the East Coast. I'm about to fly out there tonight, catching that red eye. So let's see. This is the letter that I came up with, and with using this letter, you guys can go out and remove collection accounts. Now, granted, this ain't the end all be all. This one letter isn't gonna just, discharge all collection accounts. Or there may take some more steps, that are going to come with it as well too, going through fully the administrative process. But this letter has gone out and gotten us many deletions and accounts removed from individuals' reports. So I want to go ahead and leave it for you guys as well too to be able to use. Well, this is a brand new one that we literally y'all seen just generated, but along the same lines and codes, that I inserted and had to output, for a letter. I haven't been really sitting there typing up a letter and I don't know how long. I'll type in my situation, my circumstance, how I've been violated, what codes I know this violates. I'll insert those codes. I'll explain how, it's how it has anything to do with me and how they're violating my rights with this, US code that I'm using. And then I'll have ChatGPT help me draft it up into a notice of dispute and just a letter format against these companies. So I'm writing to dispute the validity and accuracy of the collection accounts reported on my consumer reports under the referred account numbers. You guys could even throw in different court cases, Supreme Court cases. I've done so many times in many letters than I typically do. I believe that the information being furnished is inaccurate and misleading. I request that you provide verification of the debt in accordance with 15 U.S.C. 1692G. Additionally, I demand a complete cease and desist of all communication in pursuant to 15 U.S.C. 1692 CC. This request includes any and all communication mediums, including but not limited to phone calls, emails, letters, and the reporting of information on my consumer reports. A consumer report is considered a medium of communication, and therefore I demand the immediate deletion of the disputed accounts from all the consumer reporting agencies. To facilitate transparency, I request an itemization of the costs associated with arbitration that may arise should I choose to pursue legal actions due to the harassment and the abuse that I've experienced. You can further elaborate how you've experienced harassment or abuse, and we know that that's actually one of the consumer law codes under 15 U.S.C. 1692D, and you can see if any of these apply to you. I've always talked about when we talk about the use or the threat of the use of violence or other criminal means to harm the physical person, their reputation, right? One's reputation is definitely being ruined, if they're coming to my property and attempting to collect my vehicle. So for all my people that have had repossessions, that have been evicted, it's definitely harmed one's reputation. In my household, profane language, we don't use the term debt. And so, that is profane language. And, Congress doesn't define that. So they leave it up to you, the consumer, to define anything that's defined for you and that they want you to know. They'll define it for you, right? The term consumers, the term debts, right? So going through these codes and going through, consumer law, once again, just understanding that anything that is underlined and highlighted is for you. Anything that's not is for you to, go out and define. So this letter right here is great. It's powerful. It's breaking down the fees. You guys can go through the ADR.org website. There's many different PDFs literally right here, right here that will give you the fees, the list of the fees, and you can include that into your letter right here. Now, if they don't have an ADR.org, they don't have an arbitration agreement or they're not through the American Arbitration Association, then you guys will seek litigation. You guys will take them through the federal courts. I'm going to go for all of my people in the mob. I'll show you guys how you guys can file federal court cases for free. I'm going to show you guys how you can file federal court cases for free. Typically, it's over $300 to file. But I'm gonna show you guys how to file for free. Now the filing, yes, you can get back, but if you guys aren't even looking to or have it right away to get the process going, I got documents I can show you guys how to file lawsuits federally for free. So I wanted to show you guys that. But that's all that I had for you guys today. Wanted to show you guys how to remove the collections. Told you guys we'd be in and out. We were here for about 20 minutes. Had a good amount of people streaming in here on all platforms, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. So I'm grateful to just be here on all platforms, and I'm definitely going to be providing a lot more value going forward. This is just the start to what's to come. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm really looking forward to just educating you guys on the depths of credit, right? Because there's a lot of surface level information out there, but I'm ready and really, you know, excited to provide and bring forth, once again, the information that, I'd say most people aren't too familiar with. So I'm excited just to go through that, see the results, and see, what's coming out of it. So I am going to be going live a lot more on all platforms. I'm, excited to see the collaboration between all of the platforms come together with all of our teachings, because we've grown drastically on the YouTube. Now I've definitely noticed that on the other platforms, y'all definitely have been seeking a lot more, live trainings and live interactions. So I've been putting a lot of that time towards building our YouTube community, but now bringing it all together, I feel will be powerful, on the StreamYard. So all in all, once again, to get included into our Discord community, which is outside of all of these social media platforms, text us at our business number, which is 305-575-2843. And we're going to have a banner and everything made for that as well, too. So y'all don't got to keep hearing me repeat myself with that. But, that's everything that I have for y'all today. We are going to be hitting Philly, so we are going to the East Coast. We are going to be touring as well, too. We're going to be touring this September and this October, so make sure you guys are there present. If you guys are looking to get some in-person jewels. If y'all think any of these YouTube videos, any of my course material, any information that I'm providing to you guys, online, where there's, things that, certain trigger words that if I state or if I talk about certain things that, they'll flag, and they don't want people knowing about these things. And so if y'all are really ready to get into the depths of my teachings, the information, that I truly have been studying now for some time, the past couple of years, I'll see you guys this September or this October. So text our business number, the city you guys are in, so we can get you guys, on our list, for those cities and for those venues, for the venues in those cities. But I'm looking forward to connecting with you all. It's going to be great for y'all just to feel the energy, and just see everything in person with what we have going on. So, it's going to be a blessing. I believe today was a great live, great training. Does anybody have any questions for me? That's for y'all now. Let's do question and answer, Q&A, Q&A. I know somebody's got to have a question. Somebody's got to have an answer. Or I got the answer. Somebody's got to have a question. Yeah, man, we had the Philly, man. We had the Philly. We catching the red eye, 11:44, so in an hour and a half. I love my new monitor. I don't even want to leave because I'm like, I don't want to leave my monitor, but it's all good. I don't know why my Instagram comments weren't popping up. I was getting a lot of Instagram comments. They say, what it do, nephew, what it do? We got La Phoenix, La Phoenixeria. We got Phoenix in the building. Camden, New Jersey. Yeah, I'm not sure why. Oh, it says some destinations won't get comments. We got Kansas City. Shout out to my people in Kansas City. Texas right now, June-ish, 305-575-2843. If y'all got questions though, let's get some Q&A going. We'll do a Q&A for about 5 to 10 minutes. About to head up on out of here to the airport here real soon. How to seek remedy after deletion on an account from an inquiry or a collection? That's a great question. So if you got the copy of your report, your consumer report showing the inquiry, showing the collection account, you want to send that copy to the consumer reporting agencies with another copy of it being removed. And then you want to come after them for the inaccuracy of reporting, right? It's coming here to, let's pull it out for y'all. I like this the fact that we streaming now. 15 USC, 1681. How to seek remedy after deletion on an account. Okay. The banking system is dependent upon fair and accurate credit reporting. Right away, that's what Congress told us. The banking system is dependent upon it. It means it cannot live without it. Period, point blank. Right? The banking system is dependent upon fair and accurate credit reporting. So if it's dependent upon accuracy, we can go out and we can get paid for the inaccurate reporting, that they've been doing. Furthermore, 15 USC, what we talked about earlier, 15 USC 1681 S2. You go through, you dispute with them. Maybe they told you that it was accurate, but they were still furnishing that information that when it was inaccurate, and you stated to them that it was, inaccurate, and they still didn't remove it after a couple different, disputes. So I'd look into 1681 S2, but all in all, getting remedy under the FCRA will be 1681N, 15 USC 1681N, which is holding them civilly liable, up to $1,000 per each violation. So however many different violations that you've spotted within the FCRA, you'll total that up, and then you'll come here to invoice generator, and then you'll send them in an invoice. You'll draft one up through invoice generator with 2 copies of your consumer reports showing the before and the after, and then a dispute letter, and within that dispute letter specifying how much remedy you're seeking, that's in alignment with this invoice right here. And then you'll send that over to the consumer reporting agencies for the inaccuracies. And you could talk about the damages that took place. Only you are aware of the damages. Maybe you were denied credit because of that inaccurate reporting. Maybe, you were, some people lose their jobs because of the, certain accounts reporting on their credit report. All right, so for the inaccurate reporting, you know what the damages were. So what were the damages? You define and, you let us know. So that's everything for me tonight. If any more questions, though, any questions? So yeah, my guy Vio, great question, brother. Let me go ahead and show it. My guy Vio Pierre, he's actually part of the university as well too. So shout out my guy Vio out in South Florida. Looking forward to connecting, bro. Yeah, so that's everything that I have for y'all today. It's clean. I'm about to start doing some podcasts and stuff on here as well too. Let's see, we can get some 2 people, group layer. I love this layout. I'm about to start having people, on podcasts doing different things, a lot of different things that I have in mind and in store for you guys. So we about to really up the score, man. We about to up the score. So make sure y'all tune in, man, because it's up and it's stuck. We about to be in Philly with it. We about to go to the Eagles practice tomorrow, and we're about to go shoot some drone content for the Eagles and for Gilly and some of the, people that are going to be out there, so big connects, good connects, so stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. Don't be surprised if you see us on the Gilly podcast, with time. Ain't no cap in my rap, man. All right, though, family. Looks like no questions, no more questions. So, other than that, we good to go, family. It was a great live. Feel like y'all got a lot of value. So yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Y'all know why? Because the bottom is way too crowded. So I'm gonna see y'all at the top. The top ain't lonely though. I want you to get that through your head. The top is not lonely. It's just those that are at the top have taken, the path that most weren't looking and willing to take. They stayed consistent. They kept pushing. They kept growing. They kept learning. They kept applying. They just kept chipping away at it, brick by brick. And when they looked up, it was like, shit, look at what we built, man. Let's keep going. New heights, new levels. But with every level, there's a new devil. I want y'all to understand that as well, too. Y'all say y'all want these, certain levels and certain things, in your life. But are you ready with what comes with that as well, too? Because once again, every level, there's a new devil. So make sure y'all ready, man, for what you're asking for. Make sure you're clear on what you're asking for. Let's get it, though, family. I believe in you. But at the end of the day, you got to believe in you. Let's get it, family. Let's win the day. Let's win the week. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. So let's go out and let's finish the week strong. Let's get it. Peace and love.